Okay, today we're going to learn how to deliver a 3-day notice. As you can see here, I'm using DIY Real Estate Solutions. It's the preferred real property management software that we use at the Landlord Academy and that we use with AIA Real Estate Brokerage. Today we are working at the Palms Apartments and we're going to generate a rent roll. We've already posted all of our rent that we've received. Today is the 5th of the month, so today today is the 6th. Our lease has a grace period of the 1st through the 5th, so individuals who have not paid rent as of today are considered delinquent. So what we're going to do is post all the rent. Once we've posted all the rent, we're going to go into DIY and we are going to click on the rent roll and generate the rent roll report. From there, we will click on View Report, and the software should generate the 3-day notice. What we are generating now is the rent roll. From there, we're going to work off of the rent roll. We're going to evaluate who has been late. As you can see here, the various different columns, and we can see how much they have in their security deposit, starting balances of the month, and then ending balances. Okay, from there we will take a look at the report, find out who's late. Once we found out who's late, we generate what we call a 3-day notice. This is what the 3-day notice looks like. This is a Florida 3-day notice, otherwise known as 3-day notice to pay or vacate. This notice is only used for non-payment of rent. It should not be used for any other purposes other than non-payment of rent. First, what we're going to do is fill out the amount that the tenant owes us, any late fees, and then we're going to total them. What we have to remember here is that the rent and the late fees can only be added if your lease has additional rent language in it, and we'll talk about that in another webcast. But our lease supports adding late fees and any other fees that are owed to us as rent. So we include and then total the total charges up. Once we do that, we want to focus on the date. We want to make sure that the date excludes any holidays and weekends. Once we've done that and we've calculated the 3 days properly, then we want to make sure that we sign the certificate of delivery. And whoever's delivering the notice, in this case would be Carlos, our property manager. Carlos then signs the 3-day notice. He creates 2 copies of the 3-day notice. Okay? One copy goes, which is the original copy, goes to the tenant's door, and then the second copy, which is our copy, goes in the tenant's file. If we have to proceed with the eviction process, then the one that is in our file actually gets faxed over or scanned and emailed over to our eviction attorneys. Typically, we get a response within 24 hours or either that day, no more than 48 hours from the tenant, either calling us back, letting us know that they intend to pay, or giving us a promise to pay. And then what we begin to do then is work out a payment plan with the particular tenant. If no payment plan is worked out or no tenant actually reaches out to us and lets us know, then usually after about 48 hours, if we don't get a call from the tenant, we call them one more time, put another notice on their door letting them know that they've been sent over to the eviction attorneys. From there, it's usually out of our hands, and if they want to pay, then they have to speak directly to the eviction attorneys. This is how the 3-day notice typically goes. We do this obviously every month, so it becomes pretty academic after a while, but you want to make sure that the number one things that you cover are the proper amount, the dates are correct, and the certificate of delivery is actually filled out correctly. And then make sure that you knock on the door when you post the 3-day notice. And Carlos is going to share how he actually posts the 3-day notices in another webcam. So hopefully this helps you. If you have any questions, you can always look at videos, backdate videos. Go to our website, thelandlordacademy.com. And if you have questions about the eviction process or actually how the notices are properly posted, just click on the video links and you should be able to open up these links and get to see how Carlos actually delivers the 3-day notice. Stay tuned for more web blogs. Hope this was helpful. Take care.